This is the hard top for an early Ford Bronco. I bought it off a marketplace because my Bronco project didn't have a top when I got it. And actually I was fortunate to find one locally. I got a really good price on it. It had a sunroof in it, which I've already removed and welded a skin in there. But in this video, I'm going to be putting a couple of additional bows underneath the top. From the factory, it came with 2, and that's not sufficient. So it's popular to add a couple of bows. You can buy those aftermarket. They're a little bit wider than the originals. So that's what I'm going to be doing, getting 2 of those new additional bows installed in the top today. First thing I got to do is get this kind of cleaned up under here, and then I can take these original bows out in order to relocate them. Somebody had glued carpet padding on here, so I gotta get all that stuff. Well, that looks a lot better. Yeah, that was just carpet pad glued up there, like what you'd have under your carpet in your house. I guess it provided some sound deadening, maybe some insulation. And there you can see the original bows that it came with. And I guess that was a shortcoming of the design of these original early Broncos, because just about all of them, the tops sag and buckle in over time. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove both of those original bows, because the 2 new bows I have, I'm going to use along with these 2 originals, and I want them to be equally spaced, so these need to be relocated. This one here has a little damage anyway. It's kind of bowed down. I need to get it straightened out. Maybe I'll reinforce it a little bit with something. But it looks like these bows are spot welded to a bracket that goes in behind here, this thing right down here, and then it is spot welded up under here. So I'm going to drill out some spot welds and see what it takes to get them out of there. And if you notice one thing, this original bow comes down an inch right here. If you look at the one back here, you can see it's a little bit higher than that. And I think the bows are exactly the same, but because the roof kind of slopes downward towards the front, this bow drops down into the side a little bit further than the one back here. You can see spot welds under here, and then on this part here you can see there's a couple on each side. So I'm going to start up there on the bow part and see if I can get the bow out of there. Then I'll worry about getting the brackets out. Okay, here's what the new aftermarket ones look like compared to the originals. I just used my micrometer to measure the thickness of the material. This one is 19 gauge, this one's 20 gauge, so it's about 10 thousandths difference in the thickness of the metal. So this one's a little heavier. The width here is 6 inches versus 4 inches. These ones from the factory, looks like they never put any paint or any kind of rust preventive on them at all. They were painted underneath, but I'm going to try and beef these originals up a little bit, and of course I'll paint them and make sure they're not going to rust like that in the future. I probably should have just bought 4 new ones. I thought I could use the old ones in conjunction with the new ones, but I probably should have just bought 4 new ones. They're about 80 or 90 bucks each. I think I paid for them. I cleaned these 2 original bows up a little bit and did some straightening on them. I think they're pretty good. And what I'm going to do is to reinforce them or beef them up a little bit. I've got this stick of 1/2 inch square tubing, and if you lay that right in there, it's perfectly flush with the surface here. So what I'm going to do is cut lengths, full length, and then put a nice bow in it. And I'm going to use these aftermarket ones to get the bow correctly, and then I'll clamp them in here and weld them. I'm thinking 1, if I just put 1 across here, probably pretty good. This is 1/16 inch wall thickness. I could put 1 on each side, make them a little better, but I think 1 going down through here is probably going to be good enough. Okay, I got a couple pieces cut, and I'm just going to try and bend it by hand. See, I'm already getting some bow in it. And I'm going to just keep working it. Okay, that's pretty good right there. So that's how much bow goes into it. I primed all these parts. Now I'm putting some black on them. And in here, I was going to drill out these spot welds, get those brackets off, but I decided I was going to make a new bracket, a little bit heavier gauge than this stuff. And I'm just going to leave these in here. I might come in here and cut them off right there, just so you don't see them hanging up there. But rather than drill out those spout welds and mess with that, I'm just going to whack them off and then make new ones. This is some 17 gauge material, and these are the brackets that came with the bows that go on the outer edges there. So I'm just going to use them as a guide, a pattern, and make these look just like them. Now these are only 4 inches wide, where these are 6 inches wide, but those other bows I've got are only 4, so this will be just the right width for them. Okay, so now I've got to get this outer curvature to match that one. Okay, this paint's dry, and so now I'm gonna weld this in. I didn't paint the top side of this reinforcement piece. And then I went in here and scratched off some paint where I'm gonna weld right there. And I'm just gonna go down here about every 4 inches and put a little tack weld, maybe about a 1/2 inch long of weld. And I'll keep moving my clamp down towards both ends as I go. And back under here, I've primered all the bare metal areas that were exposed when I kind of sanded that old glue off. And I primered this whole area up under here. I just brushed that on. That's some Rust-Oleum rusty metal primer. So now I'm going to get my spray gun out and spray that entire underside of the top white. And I've already gone up in here. I custom made some paint brushes, but I already primered and put some white all up in here. And these brushes I could pretty much get in here and brush along here. And then I took a little mirror and a flashlight so I could see back in and around, make sure I got the inside of this all the way down across the back. Good coverage on all of that. What I'm doing now is putting some of this sound deadening mat up here. And that pretty much eliminated the tinny sound that you heard when I was rolling it in a while ago. I was test hitting these original bows because my original thought was I was going to put the two originals in these two positions here and put the two new ones in the front positions. And so I was kind of test fitting this, and it needed slightly more of an arc in it. So I bent that arc in it on both of them, the originals. And then I went to the aftermarket ones and bent them to the same, but they bent a lot easier. This one here was much more difficult to bend. It's a little bit stiffer. So now I'm thinking that maybe I need to put these stiffer ones up in the front because that's where the roof is sagging. Back here, this is pretty much original contour. That's why I'm making these bows fit that contour. And right there, you know, it fits pretty nice right now. These aftermarket bows are a little longer than the originals. And there's no way they'll go in like that. So what I'm going to do is mark them and cut them to the exact same length as the original bows. Before I welded those bows in the rooftop, I wanted to actually get the roof back on the, or not back on, but on the body for the first time, because I bought that separately, the roof separately, and it had been laying around some guy's yard, and I don't know, it could have been all cattywampus, but I want to make sure it was good and square before I welded those bows in, because I don't want to weld any, structural misalignment into the thing. So I've got it bolted on there. And I've got the lift gate clamped up into place because what I wanted to do was look at this gap right along here and make sure that nice and parallel on both sides. And it looks real good, so that tells me that it's not leaning over one way or the other. So now I feel confident to go ahead and weld the bows in. And I've already drilled all my holes up under here where these little brackets are going to go. And I cleaned the paint off the back side of them. So those will lay up in there like that, sort of. I've got my holes drilled on the ends of the bows and the paint cleaned off of them. I've got that one in position. I've got some supports holding it up there. And this outer support that goes in there, it was straight from here on out, so you can see I had to put a little bit of a bend in it right there, a little bit of a radius. Now the contour up through here is the same on both pieces. I'll probably weld right here, then move my clamp down to the other end and weld it. Got those welded. Now I've got a little clamp right there. I scratched the paint off of the holes there, so I'm going to weld that now. Now what I'm going to do is take some of this auto seam sealer. It's polyurethane adhesive. It remains flexible. And just put a little bead right along both lips, and then I'll push this back up in and weld the other side. One other thing I'm going to do, I made these little metal plates. They're going to go right up here and weld in place right there. That'll just give a little extra structural support to hold them bows up. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of them installed, and then I'm going to clean up that area up in the corners there and paint it, and then I'll weld those plates in. And here's the finished product. And I ended up moving the bows a little bit further forward than equally spaced, because up front where that sunroof is, that's where I had the most problem with sagging. So I kind of got them right under the critical areas. And that pretty much wraps up this video. So thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos. I've already put new floor in this thing and new quarter panels on it, so you can check out those videos as well.